Hi, Bruce Jones here, and welcome back. This is Wednesday afternoon, and let's just get everything sort of set up here. And so we are live in another broadcast on the Workbook MasterClass that is closing on Friday. So there's 2 days left to get the special offer. We'll be having 2 more Zoom calls. There's a special price. All that's up here at the top, or it's down below, depending where you're seeing it. But I'm excited. We've done really, really well, and lots of people have joined, and we had a fantastic Zoom call the other day, and I was going to try to do some this week, but what I decided to do was just move them to next week so that we can get everybody who wants to get in can get in, because by Friday, everything will close, Friday the 19th. So the door will close, and then I'll do a couple more Zoom calls, and we'll kind of dig in. We had so much fun on last Saturday. So in this session, what I'm going to try to just do is do a sort of a workshop on how to. I'm just going to do a how to create something. And in the just hide this. In the Saturday session, the Saturday Zoom session, which was so much fun, and you can see that if you go to the address, and you will see the whole Zoom thing is right there on the main page, the main sales page. I put the whole hour and a half Zoom call, so anybody can go look at it. But we talked about making different worksheets, and one of the sheets that we did was this is a sketch from that day. You can see this name up here, is to have a sheet that went with a podcast. So I was talking about applications and things of how to use these and where to use it, and one of the let's see here, somebody's coming in. One of the ideas was that you could incorporate worksheets or study guides or checklists into an ongoing podcast as a way of helping to bring people into your podcast, give them something to do, have a downloadable item. It's a very powerful tool, and that went along with it. You only need to make 1 page PDFs or 2 pages. You can just print it out, or go get the worksheets, in the podcast today, you refer to it. So it becomes a real marketing tool to bring people into your world, to get the email from them, get them to sign up. And you could change it every week. And one of the ideas was, if, say, you're doing an interview one, I can't remember who it was doing sort of every day, every week doing a different person, was to set up sort of a bio sheet with the person's face, maybe a little bio about them, a couple points that they're key points, like their top 5 points, which you could get as you're setting up your podcast, maybe a resource down the bottom, maybe a second page where people could write down notes and that kind of thing. You can really take it anywhere you want. You don't have to go too far with it. You want to make it kind of easy to work with. But what I thought, because everybody loved this idea, it was kind of cool. We could see everybody like, ooh, that's kind of neat. I thought I'd build one of those today for you so I can show you how I make that. So that's what I'm going to do. It's not going to take very long, and we'll kind of do that. And that's cool. All right, so let me bring up a Word doc. So I just have a regular Microsoft Word document. So let me get my screen set up to do it. And I'm going to show you how I make this. And I'll make another template that we can put it in. So first thing I want to do is I want to brand it with my brand. So I'm going to, we talked about that before. So we have at the top and the bottom, we have a header and a footer. So we're going to open my header or footer. And you notice those are little areas in your document that you can put a graphic or type. You can type in here a graphic, and it sort of brands your page with your look on it. It takes your logo and things. So I'm just going to go grab the one that I've been using in all my courses, and let's just go to Pictures, from File, and let me just grab. Boop, boop, boop. Let's see where it's going to go. All right, so we have it here. And I want to go into the artwork. And let's go right here. I know it's in here. Document graphics. And I have it right here. So here is the head that I've been using, and you see me use it. And I also like to put a space after it, just to kind of give a little space so stuff doesn't run up. And at the bottom, I always recommend this, is you can put a copyright if you wanted to. So let's just do that. Copyright. 2002, and I would put your web address or contact information or phone number, whatever you want, so that depending where this goes, you can always get a hold of it. So, or somebody can always get a hold of you. Book. So I'm going to put my brucethebookguy.com address in here. And that's pretty good. All right, I'm just going to center it. And we got it. All right, that's done. We've got a header at the top and a little footer at the bottom. And I think we're good with that. We'll close this. All right, now we're ready to sort of make this. We're going to do it. If you have questions, let me just check to make sure nobody questions. Do it. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the table feature to put my picture and just my quick bio about me in here. All right, so I'm going to come in here and just go to table, draw a table. If you look at this, this is really one row with two columns, a picture and the bio. It's just the easiest way to do it. So we're going to do insert table. We're going to make this two columns, but one row. Right? Like so. And then I'm just going to open up the space a little bit. Oops. Come back to that. Put my cursor inside of there. Just open it up. Now let's just drop a picture in here. And often what I'll do, just to kind of make sense and see what I'm doing, is I'll turn on my invisible so I can see kind of what's happening in here. But I'm just going to come in here and just grab insert pictures, and I'm just going to put in a picture of me. All right, so just so you can see it, you put in the speaker's picture, and I'm just going to put my kind of goofy picture. All right, just because this is the one I use on Facebook, I think. And it doesn't need to be that big, so I'm just going to size it down. Just grab the corner, little corner here, and then I'm just going to take these spaces out. And we're going to turn these lines off in a moment. So then over here, I want to put a bio. So I'm just going to do Bruce Jones, author and graphic designer. And creator of the Workbook MasterClass. You can put whatever you want, but it's, just make something simple. But at the top, do that. Leave it there. At the bottom, you just kind of move it down. I'm going to pull this line. You notice right here, if I go on the line, I can pull this over. And I might just format it like so. Maybe take that thing out. Make that bold, like so. And if you notice, if we turn this off, it looks pretty good. Now, what I want to do is, I don't really need the lines. So you'll notice right here, I can remove all these lines. So if you notice, the bottom border comes off, the top border comes off, the left border comes off, the right border comes off, and the inside borders come off. So now the box is still there, but let me just make sure I'm not doing this. Yep, I think this should be okay. The box is still there, but now everything's kind of lined up, and it's the way it should be, right? So it's pretty easy just to put a picture in there, put your bio here, or whatever information you want, and kind of format it from there. So, all right. So now, if you look at this, I may be speaking, let's say I'm going to speak on the marketing of my workbook class, and you're going to interview me on a podcast or some type of Facebook Live thing, and you want a little handout that people can download, and we're going to just talk about book marketing. That's going to be the topic of the interview. So this is going to just have my top 5 tips. So I'm going to put top tips on marketing your bookmark, your workbook, checklist, lesson plan, study guides, lesson plans. Okay, pretty cool, pretty easy. And if you remember, I'm going to go grab my headlines. In my presentation I did on Friday, I gave you, I had one of the secrets was about how to marketing your book. So I'm just going to grab those because I have them, and I'm going to drop them right here. Look at how fast this comes together. So we're going to take out this line. I'm going to make this bold. so it stands out. And then these, let's just make these bigger. Let's go up to 18. You can now use this in your presentation. People can refer to it. All right, so then we want a little bit of space. I'm just going to go to Format, and I'm going to go to Paragraph. I'm going to add a little space after those. Let's see how that looks. That's not bad. And I want my head to be a little bit bigger. Let's go to 18 point. All right. So now I have a picture. I have a quick bio. I have the main points I'm going to talk about in my, just kick that down to there. Then I'm going to talk about in my interview, so people can refer to it. And then I'm going to give people some resources. And if you remember on Saturday, we were talking about in the Zoom call about how you can go and collect other information and drop it in here. So first, before I go too far, let me save this. So let's put this in my folder. So we'll call this the Bruce Jones bio page, bio worksheet. Okay. If I was running a class, what I could do, maybe I'm using a class, I could put space in here. Look at that. And people could write in there. They can note. This is the note sheet. That's a really simple thing. I could say, all right, tip number 1 is cross-promoting your books. How would you cross-promote your books? Social media, Instagram, what are your social, write down your main social media sites. So I could use this in many different ways. It's not really worded to do it that way. These are more tips that would be in a talk, but you know, sell a printed book on Amazon, you know, what kind of ideas could you do to do that? So those are just different ways that you could do this. I could also put, I'm just going to hold my shift key down, and I could add lines in here, just like this. I'm holding the shift key and the underline key. So I could put lines to, people could write down information about this topic. That might be a great way to do it. So I could then go to the next one. So as I'm talking about this, people could take notes on it. All right, so it's a pretty easy thing to sort of set this up with the key things I'm going to say, and then I'm just going to space this apart a little bit, and very quickly, let's make that a little bit smaller. 18 is kind of big, so I'll make that 10 just to pull that up. I often use type different sizes to affect my spacing, but I could go through and set up spaces for people to write, put lines for people to write, and it turns very quickly into a worksheet. You know, super easy to do that. Right, so that's, I can put them on a next page or just make one simple page with some spaces in there. How about some resources? So I did recently, let me just change, I want to show you how I do this. I changed, oops, let's take this down, remove this, and we're going to go here. Screen share. I just want to show you, let's do the entire screen. All right, so that's my entire screen. So let's go and grab the, let's go to YouTube. I did a video recently on YouTube on marketing. So how to, let's see here, how to, let's see, which was the create your show, marketing your book. This one right here. I did this video on marketing your book. So let's go. Welcome everybody. Turn that off. We have the share button right here. Boom. All right. So we can take that link. Okay. Just grab the link or hit the copy button. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to come back to my worksheet, and I'm going to just type the title in here, reference resources, make a title, and then how to market your book or product. And then just add the YouTube link right there. All right. So we can, let's go back to, let's do this, shuffling all these pages around. And let's go back to our Word doc application. Word doc, share. Okay, there we go. And so let's just format this. So I'd like that to be on one line. So maybe we'll make that a little bit smaller. There we go. So this is now, this will be a live link. And if we want to make sure it's really live, if you make a PDF of this, it'll be live. But if we want to make a live link of this, we can also go right up to insert hyperlink right here. And we're going to go to a web page or file. We drop that link right in there, hit OK, and now it's a live link that will go to the YouTube page. Let's make this bold. Make sure it's the same size as this, 18 point, 18 point. This is 18 and this is 16, so we can get it all on. You can make it 2 lines or do whatever you want. So now I can put a list of elements in here. This might also be to my website. So let me put, let me get my website address. And I'm just going to put here, do this. .com. Actually, we'll take the space out to do it the correct way. And same thing. So very quickly, and we'll just size it to the 16 point, so it's all the same. And that one's already live because I pulled it right off the web. So very quickly, we can put together a list. I'm going to add a bullet in front. We'll have to make them a little bit smaller, but that's okay. Like so. I can put my book in there. I can put my websites. I can put everything. So now what we've done is we very quickly built out a bio sheet that you can have people download and do. These could be exercises for people to do. You can make a couple pages out of it. But it's super easy to put this thing together as a sheet that you can get as an information sheet or a worksheet. I like the idea of putting some space in here where people can keep notes. Let's just pull this up here. And let's see, can we grab a little space here? Oh, we can do it. And we'll maybe make this shorter. Tips. Yeah, that's fine. All right. So super easy way to kind of create a quick, fast worksheet. So now I can take this, save it, and I can make a PDF out of it. I'm going to go to the print menu right here. And right here at the bottom, oops, it's not showing up. So let me change my thing. Let's do this. I want you to see that because this is how you use this, how you can make it so useful for you. So let's go to screen share. Let's get my stuff set up here. Entire screen, share. All right, there's the whole screen. So what I want to do is just pull this down here. Just want to make sure this is showing. So now we're just going to come here to my Word doc. We're going to go to File, Print. There's the window. This is what I'm looking for. Instead of printing this, we're going to just do the first page because everything's on it. We're going to go to PDF, Save as PDF. All right, so let's just put this in the bio sheet. We'll make a PDF out of it. And this is where it becomes that the power starts to come, is that you can now use this. So now it's emailable. It's super easy. So I'm just going to open this in Adobe Acrobat. Let's see here. Let's get, there's my, all right, here we go. And from my computer, might be easier. Might be easier doing it this way. There's so many things going on that it's just like, great. There we go. All right, so let's go here. Let's go here. And where is my work? Here we go. Bio sheet. Let's open it up as a PDF. It's going to look pretty good, I think. Come on. There we go. It's coming. It's tired. It's been working hard. So here's my sheet. Here's my worksheet. Ready to go. So I could email this to people. I could have it as a download. Depending on what it is, you might sell it. If this is just a one-page worksheet, so people can print this out and then you can write notes in here as I'm talking about how to market your workbook. But down here, you'll notice you can put, these are live links because you put the whole link in here. So I just have to click on this right here. I'm going to click on it. They'll ask me about this. I'll say allow. And look at that. Up comes the web page. Welcome, everybody. Isn't that super cool? It makes it so easy to move people around where you need them to go. Let's go to the other link right here. Bruce the Book Guy. Allow. And you show up at my website. So you have all the contact information that can just go right out to people. It just makes it for a very easy way, a quick way to make a some kind of a worksheet that supplements and goes along with your podcast, your interviews, something you can give out to people, something you can have them go do to try to get, to sign up into your thing. So I thought that was cool. It's just a easy peasy way of building that out. So, all right, let's go. Let's see here. Let me get back to all my parts. And let's just come back to here. And yeah, let me see. We got somebody watching. So let me come back to too many windows open. I have a lot of windows open. And yeah, Winnie and Steve Healy. So yeah, those are easy things. Winnie, that's what I was talking about. That was in the Saturday night live Zoom call that we did on the Workbook MasterClass as a practical way of sort of using your workbook and worksheets with your podcasts. So pretty cool. So, all right. So that's sort of the how. That's how you do it. It's just, you can do this in Word. You can do it in PowerPoint. You can do it in InDesign. It really goes across any of those programs easily. You can do it in Google Docs. You can go to, really any of these programs, anyone that you can sort of type in, make some spaces, make a line or a box, you can build a workbook or a worksheet or a study guide or lesson plans. And that's cool. All right, so that's there. So 2 more days. The class is open. The doors close on Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Scheduled is going to be 2 more Zoom calls that I'll do we'll start next week, maybe Saturday, but as soon as we close, I'll schedule those. There's a special discount coupon, which is Workbook Open. So it's on the page where you get it. And let me just let's go to here. Let's go to here and bring that up so you can see that. I think it's in. I don't know which one I am on. I think in this one. And right here. Oh yeah, there it is. So let's pull this out of the way. So learn how to create your own workbook. There's a discount coupon right here on the page. Right up here, you'll see that Workbook Open. That'll get you $50 off, and it's open for a couple more days. And you get all this cool stuff. You get where is it here? So you have the workbook examples. We do the hidden treasures in your content. I've talked a lot about that, how to pull this information out of your books. There's the key tips, workbook tips and ideas and products you can make from your workbook. The 3 case studies, which are just super cool. And there's one actually right here on the page. This is the Graham Reese one. And this is the Saturday night Zoom call that we did that was so much fun. You can just check those out there right here. At the on the page, and the address is right above, or it's below, or it's somewhere right here. And you also have the masterclass book that I put together. You have the template elements for Microsoft Word, for PowerPoint, and InDesign. I finished those ones today. They'll be up shortly, along with a training video for each one of those. And I did the entire training video for the workbook, for the InDesign workbook elements, and I didn't turn on my mic, and I did an hour-long training session of all the different kinds of elements, and there was no sound. So there you go. So I have to redo it again. So I'll do it again. But that's what happens when you're creating stuff. We also had the Design 101 video, the marketing video, the publishing video, and there's the training sessions and Zooms and all that kind of stuff. So it's all there. You can read all this stuff it's there in the class, and I hope you join. We have 18 slots left, so it's been doing nicely, and really excited. And we've gotten some great response. So, all right, we'll see you hopefully tomorrow with our last live afternoon call for the Workbook Masterclass, and Friday everything closes down, stops at 6. All right, talk to you soon. Let me just make sure there's no other questions. No, I think we're good. And we'll see you then. All right, bye-bye.